You're watching Around Town with Henry Dormann.
Around Town is sponsored by Chemung Canal Trust Company. They're really nice people. Trust is their middle name. Service is their motto. And I like them a lot, and that's why I bank there. If you ever come by to look me up, I'll be in the vault. Safe place. Sports always interested me, but I never was really a fan. And I was never a fan of lady sportscasters.
Really?
But here they have a lady sportscaster, and she's new. And what is your name?
Jenna.
Jenna what?
Jenna Harner.
Harner, Harner?
Exactly.
And where are you from?
Originally South Windsor, Connecticut.
You're from the rich area.
It's the central part of the state, so a suburb about 25 minutes outside of Hartford.
Now, I thought to myself, when I was watching the newscasts, not only locally but network, when they have lady sportscasters, it seemed like non-masculine to me. They should be doing only lady sports instead of men's sports. I can't imagine a lady sportscaster on football or baseball, but I'm wrong, right?
It's definitely,
it's changed.
It has. It's progressed a lot, and I think your mentality has been the same as a lot of other people's. You know, they don't. It's a untraditional role in a sense, but nowadays more and more female sportscasters are kind of growing in the industry, whether they are reporting on football, baseball, soccer, those types of things.
Do people tell you have beautiful eyes?
Oh, thank you.
This gets them for a good interview. When you come on the news, you have a different way about you. You dress very well.
Oh, thank you.
You have very nice jewelry. You have hair that's always perfect. And you bubble like the Dickens. And even when you came to say hello to me earlier today, it was a real hello. It was like from the inside you out. Did you make that as part of your personality, or did you just have it happen naturally?
I mean, I always have been, generally a positive person. I always like interacting
All
with
Connecticut people are positive people.
We like to think so, right? It's just always been kind of, positive and exciting and engaging, and I've loved, being a journalist and a sports journalist, getting to talk to people, interact with people, work with so many different sorts of people on such a daily basis that I've always tried to, be engaging with them and really, make that good first impression. Because
what made you come here?
Well, actually, I interned here. So I went to Aiduk College for my 4 years. And last fall, actually, I had, gone through the internship process, applied here, worked under Dan and Jenna, and then when Jenna left, there was the open position, and I was always, working with Dan, and he was, explaining things to me and things along those lines, and then in about April, they had asked, hey, would you possibly be interested in filling the open position here, and went through the process.
You said yeah.
I did. It was, kind of a perfect fit. I'd been here for a couple months, and I kind of knew the way around things, and Dan trusted me with a lot, Renata trusted me with a lot, so for them to, even just ask me, did you want to be here was a big step, and it was, close enough to home, and I knew, a lot of the area, and now it's, been an even bigger learning experience.
To me, you have the most wonderful job of all, because you get to go to all the sports events for free.
Yes.
And they must treat you in a VIP way and put you right there in front of the camera yourself.
Everybody, in this area is so fantastic with, when we're going to shoot games, whenever, if it's a high school game, I'll walk in and 10 parents will come up to, myself or Kevin and thank us for our coverage and, be really happy that, we're covering their local basketball game. And then, at the Jackals or at the Elmira Pioneers, we have designated seats, designated camera areas that really we can just kind of sit and focus. And, all the members of the organization, the coaches, the PR people, the managers, the owners are so fantastic to us on so many levels.
You must have a wonderful life.
It's pretty fun.
I mean, you're doing what you love to do.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm very lucky in that sense to be able to, do all of this and every day come in, and my job is to talk about sports.
And you're a natural bubbler. You kind of bubble with happiness.
I try. I mean, when, when you're covering, in sports, kind of always the reason I've loved it is because, there's always something positive about it. Mm-hmm. There's always, your team might have lost, but there might be a really cool story behind the loss, or, they won the championship and all of a sudden, everyone's excited.
Did you train to learn all about sports? I mean, there are so many sports, football, baseball, local sports, hockey. That's a lot to know.
A lot to know.
And you're so young.
I was fortunate enough, growing up in a big sports household. My parents always encouraged me, to try all these different sports. So I've played everything from soccer to football to tennis to hockey to lacrosse, all these types of things. So I had that baseline knowledge, but it was always, come home from school, come home from practice, do your homework, and then my reward, I guess, in a sense, at night would be, watching sports with my parents. So, Sundays were always designated to football. Weekday nights were always hockey nights with my dad. So I've kind of found those niches a little bit, but it's always...
The worst part about Sunday, you just brought this up, to me, I like to watch 60 Minutes on Sunday, and it's always preempted by a game.
By a game?
Yeah. What do you do about that? Who do you complain to?
You might have to talk to Roger Goodell, the commissioner of the NFL, on that one.
Do you play games?
Sports and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not currently as much organized. I'll, do pick up soccer, pick up lacrosse every here and again, but not as much anymore, obviously, because...
Now tell me, I'm going to go into personal things now. Tell me where you got that beautiful necklace.
This necklace?
Yes. Right.
I think it was...
Let me see it a little. There you go.
There we go.
A lot of gold on there.
A lot of gold. I think
Is that an emerald?
I think so. They're
wow,
like
you must
gems.
be loaded.
I don't think it's all real.
No?
Not necessarily. I think it was at a local boutique back home.
In Connecticut?
I'm trying to remember.
They have boutiques up here that are really something, especially at the county fairs.
Oh my gosh, I'll have to check them out. I love, we went to the no, it wasn't Williamsport. We went to one over the summer when I just started here, and I loved how they had, all the vendors and all the booths and things like that.
A lot of fun, and the prices aren't bad.
No, can't complain.
What's your biggest peeve about the business? What annoys you about sports or being a sportscaster or having to do what you may not want to do?
I think sometimes the trickiest thing, at least on our end, is that we're a two-person sports department, and there are so many things to cover, and we can only get to so many. I mean, even like a normal night for high school football in the fall is I'm going to shoot 2 games, Kevin's going out to 2 games, we're sending a photographer, maybe 2 photographers to 2 or 3 more games. So we have so much to do in such a little short period of time, and it's so exhilarating and so exciting. But sometimes, I wish we were a little bit bigger so that we could, get to all the games. Because sometimes, we have to make a choice and say, well, this game features 2 of the teams that, are in our area, that are in the market, compared to, one game that's up, maybe up in Dryden or down like really far south in Pennsylvania that we unfortunately just can't get to because of the resources. So in a perfect world, I'd like to be able to cover, everything to make everybody happy, but you have to make those decisions sometimes and say, all right, this is what we're covering.
I hear management is hiring 5 more people.
I would love it.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
You're very kind and very beautiful. And you have nice eyes and beautiful teeth.
Oh,
so there, how's
you.
that? You heard it here first. Bye-bye.
Around Town with Henry Dormann will return in a moment.
I'm Renata Steele, the news director and anchor at WENY TV News. This is home for me. I grew up in this area. I went to college here. I got married here. I own my home here. And having my family still here and those connections and those roots that I have here, I think give me a unique perspective and unique understanding about what is important to this community. This is home.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
Life, it never stops moving. Getting from here to there. Managing long hours at work. Juggling a busy home. You need a bank that keeps up. That's Chemung Canal Trust Company. Bank online. Bank with our mobile app. Deposit a check with your smartphone. Open an account at Chemung Canal and bank with us anywhere, anytime. Chemung Canal Trust Company. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
People think I'm trash. but they're wrong. Today I'm just an aluminum can, but one day I could be a stadium.
You're watching WENY HD.
We now return to Around Town with Henry Dormann.
Well, now we're in the inner circle of the station. You know Cody Carlson, and you know Leanne, who is my lady friend in the station. She tapes everything. We know each other for years, and they've been just the anchors of anchors here, and they're such nice people.
Oh, thank you.
Now, I have a question.
Yes.
Because I ask all kinds of things. Cody Carlson is very tall, but I hear this is the fashion. It's the fashion with me is I got black socks. But Cody Carlson has what?
Yeah, I was hoping you'd ask this.
Today I have on some black and white socks, but I have all colors. I have a whole assortment of crazy socks.
Is this the new fashion?
I think it's somewhat making I don't know if a comeback or a start, but I think more and more people.
Everybody used to wear plain socks.
Doug Beers comments all the time, our general manager, and he's wearing Buffaloes today.
Buffaloes?
So, yeah, he and I compare socks all the time.
I hate to ask a stupid question. What are buffaloes?
Like
the big animals.
The big animals that, out in the West.
Roam the
West. I know what a buffalo is, but are you talking about buffalo socks?
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah.
they're socks with buffalo
I know
print.
what a buffalo is.
Well, that's why. But buffalo print.
Buffalo print
So
socks.
there's little tiny buffaloes on his socks.
You both in the mornings, and I hope you're watching in the morning because I watch every morning because I want to find out what's going on. Aside from the weather, they've got the greatest weather guy in the morning. But you've been here for a while, and you just seem like nice people. You're just like you look on television.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I like to
And
think
not
that we
only
are
that,
natural.
But not only that, I'm sorry I got cold hands.
Oh no, it's okay. Warm them up.
It's cold out. When I did last year's Thought of the Day, she actually taped them and ran the what do you call
teleprompter.
it? The teleprompter. She helps with everything.
Thank you.
Now, tell me, being here, what crazy things have happened that you can talk about that? I mean, there was a bird in the studio?
Yeah.
There was.
It's never a dull day here, that's for sure.
Something crazy definitely happens every day.
This morning, the teleprompter, which is where we read the scripts from, took off running on its own, and the words just were scrolling, and obviously we couldn't keep up with them, and so then you're fumbling through the scripts on the desk, and you have to laugh about it. But what else? Last week, the lights shut off. We had a power outage.
During that big snowstorm last week, we were all sitting in the studio or in the newsroom over there, and then all of a sudden, click, lights
Darkness.
went off, and it was like that for probably about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Did you panic?
I think there was a split second of panic,
Yeah.
but we figured it out. It was okay. The generator came on a little bit, but we were still in the dark for a while. But they did great work out there and was able to they were able to get it up in a.
Now, when people look in at you, you're young people, you're full of personality, you both have great voices. I hate to put the question this way, but what are you going to be when you grow up?
I still don't know. I don't know. I always said when I was a kid, I wanted to be either on, a network morning show like Good Morning America or The Today Show or CBS This Morning, or I wanted to have my own cooking show on the Food Network.
Leanne cooks great food.
That's still my dream. Yeah, thank you. But I would probably need to go to
We're
cooking
available
school.
to test.
Yeah, there
and
you
taste.
go.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah. A lot of people have, I've made dinner and desserts and all types of stuff here.
Well, a small station as compared to an NBC affiliate in Rockefeller Center, for instance. I remember interviewing Brian Williams when he was doing the news. And before we did the interview together, they came out with about 8, 9 people saying hair, makeup, and everything, and they were all doubling along. And
That would be nice.
yeah, wouldn't it though?
Yeah.
They don't give you anything like that.
We do that ourselves.
We do that all ourselves right before the show.
I see the mirror in the back there.
Yeah.
And do you have to pay for your own clothes too?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is this a big thing to do? I mean, if you're on every day, it must be an awfully important thing to have to look different.
Well, you accumulate over time, so,
One of my favorite Christmas presents are ties.
Yeah.
I love getting ties for Christmas because I like.
Got that.
So because, you know.
And she wants a puppy dog.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. We
I
talked
saw that
about
this morning.
right?
Yeah.
Still waiting. One day. One day.
You mean you said it a number of times and nobody's given you a puppy dog?
When I was a kid, they always said, when you're older, you can get yourself
we
a
said that
dog.
this
When you
morning,
can take
too.
care of it. Yeah. And Cody said, when you're older, you can get a dog.
Here's a chance to do something nice for somebody nice. Wow. That's for two things for two people
There you
nice.
go. Ties and a dog.
Ties and puppy
Right.
dogs.
Easy Christmas gift.
Well, he looks very formal. Yellow shirt and black tie and black suit.
Yes.
This is like a banker's outfit.
I always like to joke that the guys are easy. They can just switch out their tie, and you might not notice that their outfit is the same. For the ladies, I think it's a little bit more difficult to look different all the time. They actually did a study about that on some news channel somewhere in the country. The male anchor wore just the same suit, maybe changed out his tie every day, and nobody noticed.
Yeah, we're lucky we get to do that.
Well, I mean, even at this station here, and I've seen this, so I don't mean to talk out of school, but there were times here and in the station I was at before where anchors would come in with a nice suit and a jacket and shorts
Yeah, you never know.
in the summertime.
You never
but you
know.
never see them photographed below the waist.
Sometimes we'll wear jeans, or in the winter especially, will come in with sweatpants on under a dress.
They do that
because
in major
it's so
stations
cold.
too.
Yeah. So I like to joke.
I haven't
wear my
seen the
pajamas.
shorts yet, personally, and I haven't worn them.
No.
But
Maybe
I
over
don't know.
the
Maybe
summer?
this summer, depending on how hot it gets.
Yeah.
Well, you're very, very nice.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
So are you. We like chatting.
Gee whiz, so do I. What in this station annoys you the most?
Oh.
There's a loaded question. Sorry
Well,
about
just
that,
like-
but the management is very nice and puts up with this.
Yeah, it's a hard.
I don't know, just like this morning, you know, we work in a very technology-based company and industry, and sometimes technology isn't always great. And so this morning, when the teleprompter took off,
Was that this morning?
that
Yeah.
was just this
Oh,
morning.
I didn't
yeah.
even notice it.
And
Good.
so sometimes
That's what we want.
that's great, because sometimes technology just takes off on you, and you know, it
can't
has a mind of its
control
own. And so people at home are expecting us to read the news as best as we can.
Yeah.
But sometimes if we don't have words that are scrolling by really fast, it makes us look not
Yeah.
as good as we would like it to. So sometimes technology can get in the way.
No,
Yeah.
it makes you look like great ad-libbers.
Well, that's true. We hope so. We
If
hope
we're on
so.
our feet.
Yeah.
Now, one other thing that at these anchor desks at major studios, they have desks that are custom made, as this is, but they have television sets embedded in the top, so you can see everything and get hints, and they say, cut the interview short and stuff like that.
Right.
Where is that?
We have these
One day.
3 TVs over here that we look at when, if there's a story rolling, we can see the video right there. And we
And
also,
it looks like they're looking at you.
Yeah, we like to think that it looks like we're looking at the viewers, at the camera. Sometimes you catch us looking down at the monitor, looking at our ourselves or the video that's rolling. But it's supposed to all be natural. I think the people out there know that we're reading off a teleprompter most of the time.
I think you're wonderful.
Well, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, too. My hands are still cold?
Yeah.
Oh, I tried the other one.
We'll warm 'em
We'll
up.
sign off this way. Goodbye.
Around Town with Henry Dormann will return in a moment.
Life, it never stops moving. Getting from here to there. Managing long hours at work. Juggling a busy home. You need a bank that keeps up. That's Chemung Canal Trust Company. Bank online. Bank with our mobile app. Deposit a check with your smartphone. Open an account at Chemung Canal and bank with us anywhere, anytime. Chemung Canal Trust Company. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Yeah, it's going down. We about to live it up, y'all. Let's go.
It's a big world, and now we're loving this town. It's our turn, so put your hands up. We on the big screen, and everybody's here living out our dreams. Dreams, whoa. Yeah, yeah. Don't be scared, take a chance. Come on, give me your hand. It's time to laugh, time to smile. Now let's get up and dance. Come on, everybody, let's live it up. Let it out if you can't get enough. This right here gon' make you jump.
My name is Joe Veras, and I'm the Chief Meteorologist at WENY. The Twin Tiers is home for me. This is where I live, this is where my family lives, this is where we own our home, this is where my children were born. I love this community. I love the fact that everyone rallies around each other. People know each other, people have each other's backs. I don't think you would see that in some bigger cities. We know each other, we help each other out. This is a great community to live in. This is home.
We now return to Around Town with Henry Dormann.
Have you ever wanted to have your picture taken or have photographs taken for business or for personal? In Corning, right smack in the middle of Corning, is this beautiful lady whose name is Jess.
Mm-hmm.
And the name of the company?
Life with Jess Photography.
Isn't that a nice name, Life with Jess? And what's the, you should say where, telephone number, make reservations, and are you expensive, or do you just do this because you love it?
I am based in the Corning area, so I travel anywhere. I'm an on-location photographer. People can contact me by email or through my website.
So you don't shoot here, you go to them?
Mm-hmm. I go to them, yeah, whatever anybody needs. I shoot events, I shoot business headshots, I do childbirth, family photography.
Now, childbirth, you actually shoot the childbirth.
Yes.
And you do that in a tub of water? I think you have photographs of
Yes,
that.
well, it depends. I've done some home births, that's what that is. But I'm a part of the team that welcomes the baby, whether we're at the hospital or in someone's home. I've done a little bit of everything.
You have such a nice smile.
Well, thank you, thank you. Hopefully that helps people to feel comfortable when I'm taking their photos. I also teach classes here in Corning at 171 Cedar Arts Center. I do photography lessons for people. So.
And you use a Nikon.
I sure do.
That's expensive.
It's good.
Part of the job.
Part of the job, yes.
Are you expensive?
I would say that I can fit a photography session into any budget.
Isn't that nice?
It's nice, I hope so, anyways.
What should people know? Do they call you, email you, or how do they make reservations? How do they find out more?
Email
and
is
I have
good,
to say, while we're talking about it, that she has these books. What do you call them?
It's a lookbook of my work, a portfolio.
Nice? A lookbook, portfolio of her work, which is amazing. Really, I mean, you have not seen this. You know, you may think of photography as a normal type of thing. She is not normal. She is unusual, and she does different things, and very, very interesting, colorful things. And I'll bet that each one of these has a story. And she has another lookbook on just childbirth, which is just the babies being born.
Yeah. One thing that I really like to tell people.
And making a record of this for not only the parents, but the children.
Yes, yes. You're telling the story of the baby being born and also of the family, the mother, the power of her giving birth, which is really beautiful. I really like to
You're really good, you know.
Well, thank you. I specialize in the details of life. I really like to photograph the little parts of the story that we see, and so that's what I think makes my photography different, is I like to have fun, and I like to really zoom in on telling the story that my client has hired me to tell, whether it be childbirth or whether it be the approachability and confidence of their staff for headshots for their website, for their business. I like to come in and offer
What's
that.
the most prevalent that you do?
I would say I'm really doing a lot of headshot photography right now. I offer something that's a little bit different and dynamic, not the traditional poses, I suppose, for headshots. So I'm doing a lot of that.
Where did you come up with this?
I read a lot. No, I mean, I've read some
But
really great,
you're so young to have developed this whole big business.
Oh, I don't know if I would call it a big business, but yes, I'm really passionate and excited about being able to come to people where they're at and to offer the photography that they need. So, yeah.
Why do you have the flower in your hair?
Oh, it's just for fun.
You sound like a just for fun person.
Oh, I am. That's another great thing about me, is I can come in and make anyone comfortable. Sometimes people, you might want to have your photos taken, but it's uncomfortable when you have a camera, 4 inches from your face. And a lot of times people walk away saying that they just had a good time and they were laughing, even though someone was twisting their arm and making them get their photos taken. And that's something that I think I offer that not everyone can do, is that I can put people at ease. And
when you're photographing a baby, how do you get them to stop crying? Or don't you?
It depends on the age of the baby, I suppose, but I have a lot of tricks up my sleeve, so.
Where did you develop all of this? Not only the tricks, but these different types of photography that you do. You can do corporate photography, do personal photography, you do babies.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of it stemmed from starting to photograph my children when they were first born, and then when I started to get to know other photographers, and I apprenticed with someone who was very talented, and she was showing me all the different types of photography available. But another thing is that I like to write, and you can see that on my website, on my blog. So I started to illustrate my writing, my storytelling, or recipes that I was sharing, or things, travel that we were doing. So a lot of my love of photography just stemmed from carrying my camera around with me and taking photos of daily life.
How many children do you have?
I have 2 children, two
children.
girls.
2 girls, so do I.
Yes?
Yeah.
Are they great?
And 2 grandgirls.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Well, we've been married 70 years. No, 60 years. I don't know, but my wife isn't watching. Wow. What else should we know about what you do and how to work with you in the best possible way? And are you expensive? I asked you that before, but you didn't. You kind of sidled away from it. But are you? I have the feeling that with your talent, you must be very expensive.
Oh, I'm not very expensive. No, I think I'm a pretty average for the area as far as price goes.
The average for the area up here is very little for the price.
Oh, I don't know, Evanston, maybe that much.
I mean, compared to large cities, this is a bargain up here.
Sure, yes. I hope that you consider the financial investment to be worthwhile when you look, and we can talk, potential clients can email me at lifewjess@gmail.com, and we can talk about what their needs are. And I think every client has different things that they need. My typical sessions are $150 for the 2 hours of shooting, and we do on location, either in someone's home or in a favorite park or at an event, something that they're doing. So,
did you give me your website?
It's lifewjess.com.
You told me that once. I wanted to get it in again.
That's great. I think the more the merrier.
And they shouldn't phone. It's not necessary to phone.
Not necessary, no.
You don't like to take phone calls?
No.
Neither do I, but sometimes what can you do?
Yeah.
What else should I ask you that you want to answer? What's going to make them want to come to you?
I think that the reason that they should come to me is because I am excellent at what I do, but I'm also good at doing it in a way that is fun for everyone involved.
Mm-hmm. Color only,
Color?
Or black and white too?
You know, right now in my artistic preference, I'm doing a lot of color, but I do black and white. I think it can be very beautiful.
There are some photographers who just swear by black and white.
Right, yeah. Well,
more moody, they say.
It is, yeah, it is. I do a little bit of both, and it depends on the shoot and what people are looking for, what they need.
If you took pictures of me, could you get rid of this?
Yeah, I could teach you how to have a strong jawline. That's good.
You could teach me how to have a strong...
Yeah, I think the best thing...
Isn't it lighting from the photographer?
Lighting, maybe posing, yeah.
Oh.
Always have your forehead towards the camera a little bit.
For like this, but that makes my double chin.
Long in your neck,
be like
tall,
this,
yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Do you notice how much thinner I'm looking already? I'm getting ready. Come, give her a... Well, no, you can't get her an email.
Email me, yeah.
Right. I will be here, but I won't be staying because you're going to probably go to her location or your location, which is what you like.
Yes, on location.
And it's worthwhile getting together because she is so vivacious. She's got a smile that's worth $1 million.
Well, thank you.
And she's such a nice person. And she'll take good care of you. She took good care of me. Wait till you see my pictures. See you soon.
You're watching WENY HD.